stop what you are doing. For the last 2 years, we've been waiting. We've been wondering. We've been asking, what is the limit of Apple Silicon? Today, that question is answered. This is not a rumor. This is a leak. A comprehensive, top-to-bottom blueprint for a machine that will shatter every single desktop benchmark you know. We are talking about the Mac Studio M5 Ultra 2026. Apple has not just built a computer, they have engineered a silicon monster. And the numbers we have, they are terrifying. For the professional creative, the 3D artist, the machine learning engineer, or the developer drowning in code, your salvation is on the horizon. This machine is not an upgrade, it is a paradigm shift. For $4,000, $5,000, maybe even $7,000, Apple is preparing to deliver a workstation that makes the fastest Intel and AMD machines look like calculators. And it's all thanks to one single, mind-blowing piece of architecture. Let's dive immediately into the core. The M5 Ultra chip. Previous generations used UltraFusion to connect two Max chips. That was impressive. This is Quad Max. Yes, you heard that right. The M5 Ultra is rumored to fuse 4 high-performance M5 Max dies together. Think about the unified memory implications. We are looking at a base configuration that could start at 128 GB of unified memory, scalable to a staggering 512 GB. Half a terabyte of lightning-fast, single-pool memory. The memory bandwidth alone is enough to make a data center blush. But unified memory is just the beginning. The CPU. Leaked specs suggest a monumental leap, 52 total CPU cores. Imagine 40 high-performance Avalanche cores and 12 high-efficiency cores. This is a multi-threaded workload leviathan. Forget compiling code in minutes, think seconds. Forget rendering complex scenes overnight, think lunch break. The Geekbench scores we're seeing are not just higher, they're operating in a completely different zip code from the M2 and M3 Ultra. We'll break down the exact leaked benchmark numbers later in the video, but prepare for a multi-core increase that will make you rethink every purchase you've made in the last 3 years. Now, let's talk about the unsung hero, graphics. For years, Apple has been criticized for lagging behind NVIDIA in the highest-end GPU department. That stops now. The M5 Ultra is rumored to feature a massive 128-core GPU with an entirely new architecture optimized for ray tracing and mesh shading. This is Apple's first true gaming and rendering-focused architecture. For the Blender, Cinema 4D, and Unreal Engine users in the audience, this is the workstation you've been praying for. Real-time path tracing without a dedicated $3,000 graphics card. The leaked Redshift rendering times are simply insane. But how do you cool a monster with the power of 4 Max chips? This is where the Mac Studio 2026 redesign comes in. The current Mac Studio is a sleek, vertical stack. The M5 Ultra demands more. Leaks point to a slightly taller, subtly redesigned chassis, think Mac Studio Pro. The internal thermal architecture has been completely overhauled. We're talking about a custom-engineered vapor chamber cooling system, a first for Apple's desktop lineup, with a significantly larger, re-angled fan system. This is what allows the M5 Ultra to sustain peak performance for hours, not just minutes. It's the difference between a burst of speed and a relentless marathon runner. The I/O is also seeing a massive leap forward. Finally, the professionals are getting what they need. Leaks confirm at least 2 front-facing Thunderbolt 5 ports, delivering up to 80 gigabits per second, double the speed of Thunderbolt 4. Imagine simultaneous 8K ProRes RAW capture and playback from external SSDs, with enough bandwidth left over to run a dual Pro Display XDR setup. The rear I/O is also getting a welcome boost with 4 additional Thunderbolt 5 ports and a highly requested 10 gigabit Ethernet standard across the board, even on the base model. This is a machine designed to eliminate bottlenecks, end of story. This entire performance package is wrapped around a neural engine that has been supercharged for the AI future. The M5 Ultra's neural engine is tipped to have 4 times the capacity and processing speed of the M3 Ultra. If you are working on local large language models, generative AI for art, or sophisticated machine learning research, this machine is your new best friend. It transforms from a powerful desktop into an on-device AI supercomputer. The implications for developers alone are staggering. The new capabilities Apple is baking into macOS 17, which is optimized specifically for the M5 architecture, will make your current Mac feel antiquated overnight. Let's talk about the single most compelling leaked benchmark. The Final Cut Pro X rendering test. We're not talking about a simple 4K export. We're talking about a multi-layered, heavily graded, 12-bit 8K ProRes RAW project. The M3 Ultra handled it in about 3 minutes. The M5 Ultra? Leaks suggest a render time of under 60 seconds. This is the type of generational leap that doesn't just save you time, it changes your entire creative workflow. It means more iterations, fewer coffee breaks, and most importantly, more creativity. This machine removes the waiting game from the creative process. But how will Apple price this beast? The rumors are aggressive. The consensus among the most reliable sources suggests Apple will continue its premium pricing strategy, but the value proposition will be unmatched. The Mac Studio M5 Max model is rumored to start around $2,499. But the M5 Ultra, the monster we've been discussing, is expected to start at a chilling $4,499. If the leaked performance numbers hold true, this price is not just justified, it could be a bargain compared to building an equivalent PC workstation with separate high-end CPU and GPU components. The power efficiency alone will save you money on your electric bill. The launch window. Our sources point to a major Apple event in spring 2026, possibly March or April. Apple is strategically placing this release to capitalize on the next wave of professional software updates and to firmly establish its dominance before any potential M6 or M7 leaks begin. If you are currently debating an M3 Max upgrade, you need to understand that M5 is not just 2 steps ahead, it is a quantum leap forward. The M3 is phenomenal, but the M5 Ultra is a look into the immediate future of computing. This is the machine to wait for. Let's circle back to the leak confirmation. What makes these rumors so solid? It's the consistency of the reports coming out of the Asian supply chain. We've seen diagrams detailing the vapor chamber, thermal specs matching the leaked core count, and even early-stage testing logs from select third-party software developers. These aren't educated guesses, these are pieces of a puzzle that are all locking into the same shape, a massively powerful, redesigned Mac Studio. The existence of a quad-die M5 Ultra is the worst-kept secret in Apple's professional hardware division. Now, a deeper dive into one of the most requested features, modularity. While Apple Silicon fundamentally limits traditional CPU/GPU swapping, the 2026 Mac Studio is rumored to offer an improved internal design for SSD accessibility. The ability to easily swap or upgrade storage without specialized tools or complicated internal swaps is a huge win for professionals. While not a full PC-style modularity, it's a clear concession from Apple to its power users who demand flexibility in their storage solutions. This is Apple listening, finally. Let's compare this to the PC competition. A custom-built PC with an Intel i9-15900K and an NVIDIA RTX 5090 might challenge the M5 Ultra's raw performance in certain synthetic benchmarks. However, the M5 Ultra's integration, power efficiency, and unified memory advantage creates an ecosystem that a Windows machine simply cannot match. Running a demanding 3D render while simultaneously editing 12 streams of 4K video? The Mac Studio M5 Ultra does it while drawing a fraction of the power and generating a fraction of the heat. This is the true pro advantage: silent, consistent, and unbelievably efficient power. What about the Mac Pro? The Mac Studio M5 Ultra is so powerful that it raises a critical question: what is the point of the Mac Pro in 2026? The answer likely lies in the Pro's ability to accept internal PCIe cards for specialized hardware like high-end networking or video capture. But for 99% of creative professionals, the M5 Ultra Mac Studio will be the new king of the desktop. It's faster, smaller, vastly more energy efficient, and likely hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars cheaper than its larger sibling. The Mac Studio is eating the Mac Pro's lunch. To summarize this incredible leak, we are looking at a quad-die M5 Ultra with up to 52 CPU cores, a 128-core GPU, up to 512 GB of unified memory, Thunderbolt 5 connectivity, a brand new vapor chamber cooling system, and the ability to shatter every existing desktop record. This is not a product, it's an event. The Mac Studio M5 Ultra 2026 is Apple's definitive statement that they are serious about professional power. Do not upgrade your current machine. Wait for the monster. The performance leaks are real, and they are about to change everything.